Hello everyone, and I am Arvind Upadhyay, and I am author of the 95 internationally best-selling books and the one of the world's best life and business strategies. You can join my live event at arvindupadhyayauthor.blogspot.com by buying some a little amount of the ticketing. That live virtual event can help your life or unleash your potential for everything for your life and business related questions, as well as I totally I work with deep research for the understanding the making the event very very healthy. But in this video, I am going to talk about what the important things wealthy people teach their kids, and that uh, that we are not teach our kids, and everyone not going to know about that. So we are going to talk about this about what things you need to teach your kids and what the wonderful thing that the wealthy people teach to their kids. So let's start. First of all, anyway, you always think about what do wealthy people teach their children, and that the poor and middle class do not teach any time. And we need to think about that, how you are going to getting the result in the faster growth for your children, and the things the society that we grew up. I remember in my childhood that uh, most of our conversation revolve around the entertainment, and we always our parents talk about entertainment. They always what was happening with celebrities, which even if we open what happening was with the sport and what was happening with others lives. So we are caring, we care about family members and friends, always talk about celebrities, we rarely talked about long-term planning. We rarely talk about money. We rarely talk about our business contribution. We rarely talk about the contribution of our society. Those conversations never came up at the dining table, at the meeting with parents, and at with living with friends. We never think about. But what one of the things that happened with uh, me was that when I was going with kids, with rich people, and spending time with them, I realized that net worth individual, they always teach something different to their kids, comparison to uh, they always ended with forming a deep analyzing, a deep research and long term relationship with money, and long term. I was invited to their homes, rich family homes, and I was invited to their family occasion uh, for the dinner. And I one of the things I understand there that they always wealthy people always are having with their children very different talks. They always talk about the conversation, the vast majority about people have with their children, like rich people. One of the things I realized that when uh, wealthy people have the conversation with their children, they always talk about the planning strategy and money. The conversation often was like a very nonsense, and always it's not just case of them telling their children that if you complete this task, I'm going to give this reward. like uh, they are result oriented, and they would actually explain how behind it, and I mean how this logic is, why you doing this, the reason behind that, like principle. The wealthy teach them set up the principle to their kids. That one of the thing we have realized was that they would always teach their children, they always teach their children to think ahead, having the growth mindset. Don't just think about how this decision, like why this decision going to impact you, what this decision going to impact in your society, yeah, why this your thought going to impact in your business, like meaning planning the next few moves, like going ahead, thinking ahead about everything. And don't just think about how this decision is, like why this decision, and just going to make the feel the right now. It's not but thinking ahead and trying the payment, and pre and understanding the long-term effect of your decision, long-term effect about your thinking perspective. And the second thing that I realize is that this was fairly common with the vast majority of the people when we talk about anything related that wealthy and ultra high net worth individuals that I deal with, that who all spoke about their children about money. So you need to talk with your child, your kids, whenever you are there doing kids parenting talks, more talking about the money, and they be in deep into it, like you go to deep into it, how the money works, how you save the money, how the money management with the kids from their lower as to understanding how money going to work. And understanding the one of the thing I saw that that was the they didn't always reward their children financially. Okay, so if you are rewarding your children financially every time, that is not good, I think. And for carrying ordinary household course like doing so rewarded for building and creating. So they when they will grow up, they are going to being the creator. They are not going to uh, they are going to builder, and rather than doing ordinary job. So ordinary job everyone can do, right? So you are not going to teach your kids for doing ordinary job. You're going to tell them to building anything new, to building something innovative, and what you do with your changing job, like but when you are rewarding for creating and building something, you unconsciously end up the setting the connection in their mind that when you build something and create something, that is going to impact, and you are going to rewarded for that creating and to building something new. So how many like becoming business people and entrepreneurs, they always the observe, like observing that always going to be talking about their children about creating and building something new always. So you are going to emphasize your children, like how you can create and innovate something new. And always you talk with their money, you talk them with them wealth management, you talk with them how to impact the society, how you can make a network with people. And you know what, that uh, why the rich people send their kids to the high like a high fee schools, because of they're going to make them network. So you teach your children about the expansive network that can't afford the poor people. And you understand the having the network can going to help in every core areas, like but the region are the different, that the people who are in the middle class, poor class, they are aspiring for their children, they never go to prestigious universities, they can't afford the prestigious schools. So their children's in that prestigious schools are always going to be having the best talented people and the wealthy people. So they are always going to connection with the exclusive rather than inclusive connection. So they are the building teach them building the good network with the ultra wealthy peoples, and creating the tolerating. Wealthy people don't think like that. They teach their children to need to be exclusive rather than inclusive. So you need to teach your kid to being the exclusive rather than inclusive, right? So like everything is like a demanding that rather than including the conversation around the tolerance and acceptance is probably more common in the middle people and poor people. But if it was not common, that it was almost likely the caliber of the people who are using their mind and lots more things. It is better for the children to those people are the mind make conscientious more than the name of the inclusions, right? So in the name of the tolerance, like spend time with all kinds of the people, you're going to understand the consuming behavior with the people, like never ever saw the parents normal conversation. So for you, with your responsibility as a parenting a kids is to talk with your children, talk with your kids is about wealth, about the money, always the having the conversation about the money, conversation about the building network, always having the conversation about the buildings and creating something new which impacting the which impacting the society, creating something new, innovative, and developing the hobby of the art and craft, like developing something new, innovating, creating something which can provide the value creation. So talk about the your child, that how you can create the value with some product, service, and anything by that with your kids, that talking with them about the building the network, building the conversation around the money, conversation about the wealth, and conversation about the value creating and value delivery.